Hi, you guys, welcome back. And today I'm going to talk about surgery, specifically things that you can do pre surgery and post surgery to help the healing process go a little bit faster. So stay tuned. Okay, so for those who follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you probably know that my husband had surgery recently. He had shoulder surgery, and it was kind of a lot, and I wanted to give him the best possible experience before and afterwards to help him recover faster and to help those tissues repair and to help his body return back to normal as quickly as possible. So, I kind of put together what I'm calling like my surgery set, and it outside of doing acupuncture and cupping and moxa, which are all great things to help the body before and after surgery, because those things help get blood flow to the area, great circulation. Depending on if the area is accessible to acupuncture, it can be good, but you can also treat other areas of the body that direct the healing to that area that has been traumatized. So all of those things are good, but I'm like, I want more. I want to do more stuff, because when you don't want to see your loved ones in pain. So my husband kind of prompted me to create this surgery set. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys. And they're all really common things that you can find online. Maybe you have some of these in your home, but I wanted to let you know what we are doing post surgery specifically to help his body heal. So the first thing I have, and I want to show you, is bone broth. Bone broth is a very, very nourishing product. It's made from the bones of chickens, beef. You can even do fish. Sometimes that's possible too. But I've made my own bone broth, but because of the quantity I wanted for his post-surgical experience, I ordered it online. So these are two that I got from this company called Bare Bones, and what I was referred them from one of my patients, and what I liked about them is that it is gluten-free. The packages are BPA-free. They are a grass-fed, pasture-raised animals, so non-GMO, so kind of like the best of the best. And to be honest, it does not taste bad. So these are very nourishing, and they help sometimes after surgery. If you've had anesthesia, a lot of people can be nauseous. So these are very gentle on the digestive system, and just really great nutrient dense supplement to add to the healing process. So I ordered that from them. I also ordered collagen peptides. You've probably seen a lot of these on different health practitioners' websites and things like that. So collagen is really, and this is from Bare Bones as well, and collagen is really good because it really supports healthy muscle and tissue repair. So, in dealing with all the muscles around the shoulders and things like that, there are so many connections. I wanted this to definitely be part of his healing regimen. And so this is a powder that you can add to like smoothies or different things like that. So it's really easy to sort of get in your body. It's also really good for like your skin, your hair, and your nails. So just FYI. And the other thing I wanted to make sure was part of his routine is a good prebiotic or a good probiotic. So let me see if I can get this in the camera the right way. Sorry. So this is a brand I sell in my office, and it's from Microbiome Labs, and we always take probiotics, but I kind of increased it and added this prebiotic because a lot of the times with surgeries they'll give you antibiotics, and so those completely wipe out your gut flora. And this combination together, it's a really great antioxidant, and it helps to replenish and rebuild healthy gut flora. And our gut is in charge of so many different things in our body and produces so many things. So this is also a very important regimen that we are instilling for the next 7 days or so. And then after that, I have Chinese herbs. And there's a lot of Chinese herbal formulas. There's a lot of Chinese herbs that are great for trauma that has been done to the tissue. So whether there's lots of when tissues have been cut a lot, or there's been lots of bleeding, or there's been lots of blood pooling. So this is a formula that's really good post-surgical formula. And I know there's a lot of different kinds. Some herbal distilleries make their own, but this is a common Chinese herbal formula, and it's Wang Bu Liu Shin San. And this is a granule formula, but this is super easy for me to get in the office or to send to patients. And so I ordered him a big bottle, and this is also a granule formula. So he can take this. Usually this isn't taken with food, but this is also something good that is going to help with the blood stasis, which is like blood not moving, but also if there's excess bleeding somewhere. So it's a really great formula for that. And let's see, am I forgetting anything so far? No. Okay. So moving on to the topical portion of the of this little video. And so once wounds have closed and there's no more bleeding, there's no more like pus and things like that happening, you can start to put stuff on the skin to kind of help with the muscle soreness and scars healing a little bit better. So the first thing I like to consider are essential oils. So lavender is a great essential oil that, sorry, let me turn that around here. Everything's backwards in this camera. Let's see. I don't know why it's not focusing for you guys, but this one's lavender and this one's copaiba. And so lavender, for the most part, you can use neat, which means you don't have to use a carrier oil like coconut oil or olive oil or sesame oil or jojoba or whatever. And so this one can be used on the skin of most people if they don't have super sensitive skin. It can be used on the scar once it's closed, and that will help it be healthier, help it to not leave a scar. And then copaiba is a great, I was talking to one of my patients about this last week or maybe 2 weeks ago, and it's also good for pain. So if the scar is kind of painful, you can kind of mix the two. And there's other ones too, but these are just the ones that I have on hand because most everybody has, if they have essential oils, they probably have lavender. So I wanted to include that one in here. Another one is like a CBD cream. This is one that I have in my clinic sometimes. And there's different strengths, and so CBD is a cannabinoid-based cream, and that can be used for pain relief and muscle soreness in an area. And then the last topical I know I have a lot, is arnica. And arnica is like a homeopathic cream used in a lot of different places. I keep it in my office for my cosmetic acupuncture people. So there's a lot of needles in the face, so I don't want to leave people bruised. So I oftentimes, if I think something's going to bruise, I'll put a little bit of arnica on like a cotton swab and put a little bit in that area. But arnica is great for muscle pain, stiffness, and swelling and bruising from injuries. So, or on regular acupuncture points too. So this I have at home, and this is super easy to find at a grocery store, a holistic health food store. But there also you can also take arnica internally if you have some bruising or something. So if you're in an area where you don't have access to like a Chinese herbal person, or you're just looking for something for just like general recovery from some sort of trauma. I don't know what brand this is, Borean, but you can find like in apothecaries and stuff, you can find arnica that you can take internally. There we go. So, and these like dissolve under the tongue. So it's super easy. When I had a finger injury a couple months ago, this was something that I could take really easily. So those are the main ones. And because I'm a holistic health practitioner, there's two things that I added onto this list that maybe not everybody would think of. But, since if you've seen me here, you've probably seen some of my crystal collection here. And so, of course, I'm going to include a crystal for tissue healing and repair. And one of my favorite stones for that is malachite. Look how pretty she is. She's green. and lovely. And I'll just kind of keep this out near him in the recliner when he's hanging out there. But malachite is a great stone for tissue repair and recovery, so from injuries. So other things too, but it's I don't know, it's a decent size. So that one is getting used for sure. And then the last thing is just like a candle. So having an intention for healing is always a good thing. And all you have to do is kind of like send that healing intention. You know, I like to do that by lighting a candle and calling it a day. So those are my tips for things that you can have in your sort of kit if your loved one is going through a surgery and is looking for more help to recover faster and easier after the fact. So I'm not sure if I'm going to make these into a kit or not. The bare bones is super easy to find online, and I think they have it on Amazon if I'm not mistaken. But their website's super easy. It got here quickly. The other things might be a little bit harder to find depending on your person and what you do in the world. So some people have a lot of essential oils, some people don't. But aside from those things, I also sent him a lot of Reiki during his surgery and afterward. And I know I had a couple friends send him Reiki as well during his surgery. So thank you for that. And if you are not familiar with Reiki, it is a Japanese style healing modality that can be hands-on or hands-off. And basically it is sort of like channeling universal energy into a person, for their highest and greatest good. So it is good for pain relief and inflammation and things like that. So I absolutely did send Reiki healing as well, which I think is why his surgery went so amazing, to be honest. I'm just saying. But if you are interested in learning Reiki or have questions, certainly pop on my website, Jade Path Acupuncture. I am also a Reiki master teacher, so I do teach classes if you're in the Chicago area. So you can pop on my website to see if there's anything coming up if you're interested, or if not, shoot me an email and maybe we can set something up. But that is it, and I hope you found this helpful. Feel free to pop any comments if you have any questions. I'd be happy to hear from you. And yeah, all the best to you guys and all the health in the world. So I will see you soon.